slaves.
Well, our ancestors wasn't asking for handouts. They were asking for equal opportunity, and we have equal opportunity in this country.
Oh, well, you don't want that. Uh-oh.
Now, Americans who might see this, actually, the thing is, I know you do have equal opportunity or access to opportunities, but I also know that the so-called minorities are given preferential treatment in many areas.
So why is that fair for people who never had slaves, who fought against slavery, to have to pay for people that had slaves?
One, from my understanding, you are more interested in preserving the fairness of those who didn't have slaves than the fairness of those who are the descendants of slaves.
You're not so what? He's asking you why people who also sacrifice their own lives, their own children, to fight against slavery, white people, why do their descendants get to pay you? And you never suffered slavery yourself. Like, it's a very simple question, but these people are inherently dishonest. Inherent. Their entire life and ideology is a lie, and they know it. This is the thing people always say, no. A lot of them know it. They're doing it because they get paid by NGOs and all these companies when they're trying to do some black empowerment thing. That's what is going on. And you see, I do such videos because we have to open our eyes, guys. Because locally, I know there's a lot of hunger, but you guys are pushing some crazy shit here because some foreigner is paying you, motherfuckers.
That is priority to you than finding a fair way to.
This is an optical argument. Again,
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Is people like this, they only think about how things sound, not what they are.
I know you. I get why Asmund Gold is popular. You know, he simplifies things. He's a young man. He's not really young. He's like in late 30s, I think. But I think he's done this for a long time. So really being able to crystallize these ideas, and that's how I react to it. Because I'm not all the time the best person to describe something as I see it. So I might describe it, but I can be too verbose. So good one, Asmund Gold.
It's all optics.
Yeah, they do it for the clicks, for the NGO money, because the NGO, they want to see, she talked about the systemic racism. Let's give her some little money to do this thing over here. Because they're also looking for clicks, mostly.
accommodate those who have been the descendant of slaves.
Well, our ancestors wasn't asking for handouts. They were asking for equal opportunity, and we have equal opportunity in this country.
Oh, well, you don't want that. Uh-oh.
Now, Americans who might see this, actually, the thing is, I know you do have equal opportunity or access to opportunities, but I also know that the so-called minorities are given preferential treatment in many areas. So there's not really equal opportunity, but it's not the way people think.
We had a black president, just in case you didn't know. We had a black president, and we had a black vice
Donald
president.
Trump.
I mean, I think she was black. They said she was black. I don't know. So we had a black president, and you know who voted for that black man? White people. Because
this is the thing. You can't win elections in America unless majority of the white people vote for you, because they are the majority.
Because you can't win a popular election in this country without white people. So Barack Obama is the product of white people. So let's not get off this thing where, oh, America is so racist. What's making America so racist is people that continue to talk about
like her, like always inflating everything for their own monetary and political gains.
Racism and continue to focus on racism. And
no, he's right about this, is that the people like her that they constantly push racism shit and they constantly complain about everything. And the reason why, see, like, a lot of people don't understand the economy that this creates. The reason why people like her complain about racism is that it gets them attention and it makes people do what they want. And to the extent that they get attention and people capitulate to their demands whenever they cry about racism, well, then they're going to keep doing it because it...
For me, I fight against because it makes us look bad. It makes us look like infants. We are infantilized and patronized by a very small clique of actually elitist, corrupt people. because they can't really compete on the ground. So what they do is that they place this systemic racism, misogyny, blah blah, so that every time an argument comes to challenge that, they just throw it there. Misogyny. You know how you don't like women. You see, that's it's old. I got tired of it a long time ago, and every single time anyone tries to use it against me, I get like a bulldog. I go after them hard because I have zero tolerance to this nonsense. We've tolerated it enough. We've tolerated the unfair treatments and the general disrespect. On top of all that, you actually actively block us from opportunities. Wherever we are going, you're running, following us everywhere. When you're trying to get some investment, oh, he's hard to work with. He hates women. How about you go fuck yourselves? Yeah? It's no longer, I don't care because you people are not smart enough or even good enough to build anything. You're just parasites.
Works.
Instead of focusing on unity and bringing our country forward, people that have this liberal mindset are infected.
Just a minute. Where's my spider?
Oh, there he is. There he is. He moved.
Okay, never mind. He's good.
Our communities, black people, and make
Let me move back.
You to focus on racism instead of focusing on unity and bringing our country forward. People that are
these people don't want unity because unity means that their power structure doesn't exist anymore.
It is all about power. Never be, even you all know, any all time you are screaming, oh, white people, this, because you want the power they have. It's always the power. So it's just that you can't go kinetically because they'll wipe the floor with you. So you try to use this tactics, which is fair, but it's in terms of tactic wise, but in terms of result, it's not. At the very top, you have to go kinetic. People are not just give you power because you cried about your ancestors. You have to show whether that you are actually worth it, that you can actually build things that people rely on. That's how you create real power. It's not just bombs. It's also being useful to the world. And that's what so many people, a lot of these billionaires, like the Westerners who are the industrialists, the reason they have their wealth and power is because you guys use their products in your house. Almost every single one of you has a phone. So you think people who make phones should not be billionaires, trillionaires? Well, you're constantly walking with your phone like this. They own you. Why don't you have a product like that? But you just want them to seed the ground after they've made all that. Come on now.
Their entire apparatus of influence and authority comes from grievance.
Yes.
These people are professional problem havers. That's all they do. So they will never relinquish that.
I think he called it the Karenocracy. It's our professional Karens. Ready to complain. Ruto must go. Osijui nani. Matiang'i is the best. They're ready anytime. This youth will speak to, we have to go to the street. They are paid for. It's unfortunate. I know you guys don't want to accept it, but a lot of these activists, they don't care. They're just making money. Their main thing is that they cause as much disruption as possible so they can have their... So you see, we disrupted the government, we disrupted this. But at the same time, they've led you guys who don't think, they've taken the street, mepigwa marisasi. And then what happens? They cry and now the government is saying some money will be paid. Eh? I'm actually waiting to see how that process will go. I doubt that most of the people will get that money. It will come out, they'll watatenga 200 million or something like that. Then maybe they'll spend 10 or 20. Then it'll scare you pesa ilipotea. Watch. Because I have seen a father take money, Babu, take money after this. So a guy shoot his son right point blank range. He took the money as I supporting the guy. I'm telling you.
Because in doing so, they relinquish their power.
Yeah.
This liberal mindset are infecting our communities, black people, and making us victims and not victors. I refuse to embrace a victim mentality because that's not what our grandparents and Harriet Tubman and those people fought.
Forget all grandfathers. Me personally, me. You can take that victimhood and shove it up there. You are the fake victim because you're not really a victim. I am never a victim. Even when somebody is trying to sit on me, I never assume the victim position. They realize quickly they can't subdue me and they scatter. Or I overcome them and I still beat them at it. There's no stepping back for you. You have people who their main weapon is deception. You can't.
They fought for
Do
equal
not bring
opportunity.
up Harriet Tubman's name in vain, baby.
Man, you see, like there's no argument. You see, and for me, I don't even have people are iconic people that I can't question in history. No one, it doesn't matter they did the greatest things. Everybody has a fault. But would I make the assumption that they are bad because they did one or two bad things that I just, No. I look at the totality of the work. Are they a net positive? And that's how really we should look at people, because no one does only good things. Sometimes you do good things that destroy people. You know, that happens.